Hello, hello. Testing, testing. Just want to make sure you can hear me. Check, check, mic check. Welcome to the Saga Reveal. I'm just going to test on my side here. All right. Just going to give it a sec here. Make sure we are on. We on? Yeah. Check, check. Mic check, mic check. Alrighty. So welcome to the Saga Reveal. I am your host, Madem-Oiselle. Remember, this is for entertainment and commentary only. And we are live on the tube. Welcome. I'm your host, Madem-Oiselle. So today we have quite an event in Brampton. Yes, Pierre has a rally in Brampton. And I'm going to have a little watch party. Okay. So let's go and see where we are. I'm going to share my screen. And the sound. Got that right. Bring it home. Alrighty. Let's go. I know the pleb was there, so let's see what else is going on. Let's see who else is live. Maybe even on X. Probably find something. Yeah, the pleb is alive. Oh, they still haven't started yet. There. They haven't started yet. You know what? I want to go check and see if it's on X. What's going on X? Are we ready? Oh, I don't know if anybody saw the bingo card that I posted, but the bingo card from yesterday, the Edmonton, and then I want to do the one from yesterday's as well in Sault Ste. Marie. That was something else. Looks like Canada is ready to go and vote. Let's see. No. Nothing on X. There. Nope, nothing yet. So get ready, get cozy. We still have time. All right. Let me know where you're from if you're in the chat. Say hi. Are we ready? Are we ready? Look at that. Okay. So we are going to maybe go check on the pleb. Haha, the pleb. Ooh, we gotta be careful with sound. Especially if there's music. Oh yeah, because YouTube, well, definitely will come after me for the sound. So in the meantime, you're stuck with my voice. Yes. I think they are getting ready. Let's see quickly. There's definitely music everywhere. Everywhere music. Oh.
It's April Levine. Bus? You guys want me to go do the bus? Okay, let me go see. What time is it?
Oh, yeah.
Bus. But I'm just going to be standing like... Okay, let me just go inside for 2 minutes and then we'll go to the bus, okay? We'll go to the bus. Look at this. Look at these lovely volunteers. Thank you for volunteering, guys. Appreciate you.
Great job.
Am I going to the Windsor Rally?
Like
yes.
Big hall.
Yes. Tomorrow we are in Kitchener. Tomorrow I will be in Kitchener.
We're gonna put it full screen.
Friday I will be in Windsor. And then we'll see after that. I don't know where. Wherever Pierre Poilievre is going after that, I will be there. No matter what the cost.
Well, I'll be here.
Thank you.
Yes.
What'd you say? Let me in? Why would you let me in? Let's go. Oh, look at this here. He's warning everything. Look, you see the security right here? They're like, don't even frisk him. Look at that. Look at that service. All right. All right, we're gonna go to the bus. I just want to go inside. Hi. How you doing?
Great.
Oh, look at you. All these fans. How's it going? Let's go. Look at that merch table. It's almost empty. They emptied the merch table. Look at this. Before we go inside, look at... Yo, this merch table used to be stacked. They got rid of at least so much merch. How many shirts did you sell today? Hundreds?
I wasn't keeping track.
You weren't keeping track?
Probably 100.
This table looked a lot more full earlier. People are, and I saw lines to get merch. So the Pierre's moving merch, chat. We're moving merch.
People are moving merch.
All right, we're going in.
It's about to start. Are we ready?
Like, I don't remember where I was.
When was the last time you've seen these beautiful events?
More mainstream media are here.
I know when.
Let's go.
Last night.
Let's go.
And the night before. And the before and before and before.
Hi. Yeah, I'm not sitting with the men. I won't be with the media today, chat. You know what, Ezra? I got a media pass the first couple of times. It's boring up there. I like to be with the people instead of with the media. Yeah. In Edmonton, I was like, screw it. I was just with the people. It was awesome. Yeah. Having a good time? You're the man, Ezra. Hey, I added you to a group chat. Holly Market was looking for a lot of you. Yeah, I added you in there. All right. Yeah, no problem. Okay. How are you? Good to see you. How are you? Man, the gimbal's going crazy again, chat. Hold up. All right, it's working. Let's go. Canada first. This guy's got the merch. Let's go. How's our battery doing? 38%. Not bad. It's still...
Yeah, I'm gonna go look for there. Go lower that volume a little bit. Yeah.
Sir, what do you think? Look at this crowd, chat. What's going on? Look at that crowd. Let's go.
Let's go live.
Let's go.
Live in Canada.
Guys, we're going to do a tour of the room, then I'm going to go to the bus. All right.
It's going on. We are late. That's why it's obviously going to start later and later and later.
Hi. Yes, you can take a picture.
It's a huge fan. Oh my God.
I said I would be here.
We've been 3 times on the ride.
The flag.
Oh,
Thank you, the pleb.
Yes,
We love
yes.
you.
Thank you so much.
Let's go.
Such a privilege.
Come on in.
Is that Stomping Tom? Oh, for sure. Oh, boy.
You're too sweet. Thank you for real.
No, just gonna leave it. Deal with it after for
Good. How are you doing, brother?
video editing.
Look how well dressed this guy is. Styling and profiling, bro. I'm gonna call you GQ. Let's go, GQ.
GQ. The pleb is something else. It's getting busier and busier.
Hi.
My brother's a big fan of yours.
Oh, really? Your mother?
My brother.
Oh, okay.
Brother.
Want to take a picture?
Yeah, do you
Come on
mind?
in.
Cool.
Thank you. Yes.
Of course.
Look at this crowd.
That is a great Canadian musician in the background. Eh?
You guys are worried about the polls? Look at this crowd.
Pierre.
Okay, people are waiting for Pierre right here. Let's go
He's
to the
late.
bus. How's it going, bro? Good to see you. Yes. Okay. So this is where Pierre Poilievre is going to come in, chat. He's going to walk here up to the aisle.
Alrighty.
So when you see that big truck rolling by, wave your hand or kind of wink your eye.
You guys see the amount of people waiting, lining up here just to like shake Pierre's hand right now? See that? They're all trying to wait. They're trying to shake Pierre's hand. They're getting in line. Let's go. How are you? Good. All right, let's go to the bus. The chat said, chat, you want me to go to the bus? You want me to stay here or the bus? Tell me right now. Do I stay in the room or the bus? Where are we going? You guys direct me. Bus. Okay. The chat wants the bus. Look at this. Look at this crowd.
Wow.
You won't see this on the CBC. You won't see this.
No, we don't have enough equipment. UBC, bye-bye.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye. What do you guys think? I think we need more YouTubers from Canada doing this than CBC. Our taxpayer not be going to a corporation that is not held accountable by us, but yet it is taking our money from us.
All right, yeah, Brampton's showing up huge. And you know what? Brampton's one of those ridings where people don't understand there's a lot of votes here. Brampton is a vote-rich place. And the fact that Brampton's showing up is good. It's bullish. Okay, let's go to the bus. We're going to the bus, chat. We're going to the bus.
Let's go.
Okay. More people are still rolling in. The room is filling up, man. Quite a turnout.
Of course, it was going to be quite a turnout. It's going to be a landslide. Listen, mark my words.
Yeah, let's go.
Canada is going to have a landslide.
They're not on parking duty anymore? It's completely packed, eh? Where are people parking now? You don't even know?
Not a liberal that is not liberal, or that we don't even know what they really are representing.
How's it going? Hi. Good to meet you. Hi.
I'm like, when are you going to come here?
I would not miss this for the world.
Who's there?
Yes, come, let's take a picture.
Let's go, Canada.
Oh, you got video.
I'm checking if see if there's something else. But so
Nice
far,
right.
I'm gonna go check theirs. Oops.
All right, we're gonna go back outside. We're going to the bus, guys. We're going to the bus. Get some backstage
When
views.
he goes live, we will
Insider
know.
access. We'll see
We
what's
will
happening.
know. We will know.
Let's go. This crowd looks happy. They look enthusiastic. Look at these fine volunteers over here.
Get comfortable. Get cozy.
Keep it moving. All right, we're going to the bus. This beautiful
Let us
convention
go and
center.
go check
Gorgeous
on
here, man. Hello. What's
what
up,
is
boys?
up.
Let's go.
Oh, the bus is coming
All
from. Why
right.
not? Good idea. Go, pleb. Go to the
Random
bus.
people saying hello, pleb. It's like, hold on, I'm just gonna zip up my jacket.
Yeah, you don't want to catch a cold.
My name is the pleb.
My son told me to come and look for you.
Oh, really? He watches the channel?
Look for him.
He's at work right now. And I
What's your
said,
son's name?
Thomas.
Shout out to Thomas. Let's go. Thomas.
Thomas Hill. Yeah, he said, I said, I don't know where he is. He goes, just go find him.
Just
Your
go
son's
find
smart. He knows.
Of course.
How are you?
Pleb has been bringing the live streaming from
Yeah,
these
you can't find
events.
parking? I'm
Kudos.
good. How are you, boys? Good, good. How are you? Hey, you want to take a picture? Come on in.
Of course, everybody knows him. He is so
Awesome, bro.
popular.
Respect.
I
Thanks for
believe
being
there's
here,
like
man. Let's go.
5,000
Brampton's conservative country,
more than
chat.
5,000 people on
Hey,
his
let's go see the
stream.
bus situation.
Of course. Let's go
Okay,
see.
we're gonna go around the building.
Okay, let me just
Try to get you guys that
try to be careful with
backstage,
sounds.
behind the scenes view here. We'll see if the police let me get in though, because I don't want to start shit and go where I'm not supposed to. So let's see what the police say.
Let it.
They
Alrighty.
blocked the parking lot, but I don't see cones or any lines here, so we may be able to sneak in, chat. We might be able to sneak in a little bit.
Cool. Let's
We'll see
go.
what happens. Okay, so this is the door. Okay, the RCMP's over there. Okay, let's go towards the RCMP.
Yeah.
Bring it home, Canada. Trudeau in jail, says the chat. Canada Stong. Yes. Yes. Police are here. Damn, I should have brought my toque. It's a little cold now. I think we're at like 0 degrees right now.
Of course, that
In
bald head. He
Brampton.
should
It's
have had a
not warm.
toque.
It's definitely not warm. I think Pierre's gonna come in from the back. We'll see. We'll see if we can get access. I'm not gonna be a dick. Even though we tried to get backstage access at the airport hangar, but they freaked out because it was like super secure zone or whatever. Hello. How you doing? Good. Yes. Yes, yes. Are you guys waiting for Pierre? Yeah. Are you part of the security team? Yeah. Okay. Coming out back here. I'm not here to cause problems or anything. I'm just the chat wants me to go wait for the bus. I asked them, you want me to stay inside or you want to go to the bus? So I'll come outside of the bus. Oh, it's cold today. He's 2 minutes away. All right, guys. You hear that? The security. Team's super chill.
2 minutes away.
He's 2 minutes away.
He's got him on a GPS.
We're gonna wait here. This is the zone. Is this the line? Okay, I will not cross that line. That's good. All right. Ooh. Are you in the RCMP? Yeah. Thanks for keeping Pierre safe. We live in a crazy world now, so. How are you? Good. Pleb. Nick. Nick. Hey, pleb. Whatever.
Okay, pleb.
Am I not allowed here?
No, you're not.
Okay.
No, it's a restricted area back here, but you can go up there if you want.
Okay.
You can go
Tell me where. Tell me where, man. I'm not here to cause problems.
No, thank you.
I'm trying to give backstage access to the stream here. We got 9,600 people watching. They want to see Pierre's bus approach.
Yeah.
They want to see Pierre get out of the bus.
No, we can't be doing that. That's why.
Okay.
That's why I'm letting you know.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
What's going to happen after the rally? Are people going to be allowed to go say hello by his bus? Because after his rallies, people have been.
Oh, not anymore.
And
no,
saying,
no, we're not going to be doing that.
Today, no?
No. I appreciate you being so cooperative.
Yeah. It's because of
Thank you
the.
so much.
Okay. All right.
But
Yep.
yeah,
Obviously.
step up to the front of the building.
Okay.
It's a very
No
dangerous
problem.
time.
Yeah, no problem,
At
man.
this
It's chill.
point,
Sorry, chat.
there's a lot of people.
Sorry. I tried to give you guys
There's
backstage
mischief, too.
access, but unfortunately, not this time. And apparently, yeah, Brampton's not safe, says the chat. Yeah, exactly. Pretty strict today. Yeah, well, you guys know how Brampton is, man. Brampton today, it's not even usually Pierre Poilievre hosts Canada First rallies, but today Pierre Poilievre's hosting a Stop the Crime rally. So that should tell you everything you need to know about Brampton. All right, it's a Stop the Crime rally. So today there's no backstage access. We're keeping things safe. How you doing?
Especially it's a very family-oriented neighborhood there.
How you doing?
So, yeah.
Really good.
I tried to get it.
Watch all your shows.
Oh, really?
Too much crime in that area.
Where?
At the Indian restaurant.
Really?
Yeah.
You should have invited me. I was looking for an Indian restaurant this
That's why
afternoon.
I'm here. I just saw your stream. I was like, this area looks familiar.
Yeah.
I should go into meet club.
Yeah.
Nice to see you,
Let's
man.
go. Are you coming to the rally? Or are you working?
I'm working.
Are you still working?
Yeah.
Man, I should have came to your. You know what time you guys?
There you go. Pierre is there.
Oh, look at that. All right, hold up. All right, guys, Pierre's bus is here. I'm not allowed back there. It's okay. Am I allowed this way? Okay, he's coming on. This is the best shot I could get you guys. It's a very secure zone today.
Let's check this bus.
This. The Bring It Home Express. I love this bus. It looks so awesome. Let's go.
Le Canada d'abord.
There we go. He's in. But we unfortunately we can't go any further. And it is what it is. All right. Keeping Pierre safe at all costs. Protect this man. Thank you. Yeah. We got a smile from security on that one. But it's true. We got to protect Pierre, man. There's a lot of crazy people out there. All right.
Security.
Pierre should give me permission. Well, that would have to come from Pierre. Yo, Pierre, if you're watching the stream, let me come come in the back. You guys think Pierre's watching the stream right now?
You never know.
You guys think Pierre's watching the stream? I bet Pierre watches the stream. If I was Pierre Poilievre, I'd be watching the stream just to get myself fired up for these rallies, you know? All right. 10,000 viewers. We are at 10,000 viewers. Let's go. Rallies another Hi. How you doing?
Let me share this on X before I forget.
Your husband's, yeah, good luck. You might be waiting here a while if your husband's going to find parking. Because this place is packed. Good to see you. All right, chat. Let's go in. Oh, look at this. Gentleman's opening the door for me. Look at that. Look at that service.
Yeah, you know what? I should put it on X too. I forgot here.
All right, we're going back in. Maybe we'll try to catch Pierre coming in through the door. 10,000 Stong. Canada Stong. Canada Stong Patriots here at the rally. Shout out to all the leftists who are watching my video. I know you guys watch.
It's all right.
I hope you guys are being entertained. Everyone's watching this stream. Liberals, conservatives, far left, everyone's watching. We're gonna stay hydrated, chat. All right? Oh, I love the water. Okay. Yes, keep Pierre safe, says the chat. Right. Yeah, I would like to go. You guys think I should go on the bus? I would love. Hey, Pierre, if you're watching, let's do a stream together on the bus. Let's do a stream.
You never know.
That would be cool. I would love to do a stream with Pierre. I'm sure the chat would love that. If he's down, I'm down. I won't ask him, I won't bug him, but if he wants to come on the stream, he knows he's welcome. Thank you.
Let's go.
They let me right through security, chat. Let's go. We are so happy to see this, says the chat. Thank you. Let's go see this crowd now. Pierre's here.
Still not.
It's about to start.
On the stage.
I'm really looking forward. I'm looking forward to Kitchener tomorrow.
Here.
Nice to see you.
I want to see me and you together.
Okay, well, you have to point the camera. Hi.
Maria.
Hi, what's good? What's good, Maria? Shout out to Maria. Let's go. All right.
Yeah,
shout out to Maria.
Yet.
Okay, look at this crowd. This crowd.
Okay, so we have another one.
I need to get some
Travel
exercise.
fun.
I ate butter chicken, some naan, rice, some mango lassi. I have a lot of calories to burn today. My chat was saying that my meal was 2,000 calories at the Indian restaurant. Yeah, go on in.
Oh yeah, CPAC is on. There we go. Alrighty, let's see.
Why would I
figure it out? Let the young man figure this out. Yeah, thank you. For a sec. Yeah, we can take a picture. Come on in. Got it? Respect. Great job. Thank you. I appreciate it. Keep up the good work. I'm going to keep up the good work. I keep doing what I'm doing. All right.
This is for my brother-in-law.
Yeah, let's go. What's your brother-in-law's name? Steve. Let's go, Steve. Shout out to Steve.
Watching right now.
Steve's watching right now?
All right.
Yes.
We love the content.
Let's go to Steve, right? Shout out to Steve. Let's go, Steve. Steve's watching. How are you? Want to take a picture? Come on in. Let's go.
Getting settled. Wow.
Brampton for Pierre.
Saga.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. How you doing? All right. Guys, look at this crowd. How you doing?
Let's go check out the Plebs crowd. Why not?
Yes.
Yes. She's like,
Well, you're meeting me. How's it going? Oh, you were looking for me? Hi. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
well.
Welcome to the rally.
How everybody's so happy to see him there in person.
Yes. What are they saying? For the chat. Chat one. Find the pleb and tell him Lori Pop says hi, buddy. Good drive streaming every rally. Watching the pleb right now. 6,200 watching. We have 10,300 watching right now.
Unbelievable.
Hi, Lorene. Shout out. Let's go. All right. Look at this crowd.
Got everybody representing, shouting out to their families at home. Whoa. Sorry. Okay, yeah. We're gonna pause it here. So their CPAC is a little bit more quieter. We know why. You know what? We're gonna pause it, and then once they start, we'll come back. In the meantime, Pleb is way more fun. Enjoy the watch party.
Look, they're watching the stream. Right there. Let's go.
How cute is that?
Raise a little hell, raise a little hell, raise a little hell.
Boy.
I saw you on YouTube all the time.
You watch my YouTube channel? Shout out to this guy. Look, I finally get to meet subscribers. It's fun. I never get to put faces to the comments. Now, yeah, come on in. Yeah. Nice meeting you.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I know you.
You watch the channel? Shout out to you, brother. And you want to shout out anybody?
No.
No? We're good. No shout outs.
No, I saw you on YouTube before I come here.
You were watching the stream on your way to the rally? Nice to see you, man. You watch me every night?
Yes,
Let's
yes.
go. How are you? Nice meeting you. Let's go. Yes. You guys watching the stream?
Yes, we do.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Look at this crowd, chat. Oh, yes. My pleasure. Thank you guys for watching.
Here we are. Okay, let's go.
I'm doing my best I can. Thank you. Look at this. We're here with the people. We're with the people at the rally. Let's go. Yes. Hi, how are you? Yeah, we're with the people right now. Look at this. Look at these people. Yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo. Good job. Thank you.
There we are.
My name is Ron Chinzer, and I am your of Canada Common Sense candidate for the beautiful Oakville East, and I have the honor and pleasure of thanking and welcoming you all here today to the city of Brampton for a Stop the Crime rally. This energy in this room is inspiring, and it's strong because it's going to send a message to the rest of the country that it is time to put Canada first.
Woo. Let's go.
And there is only one person
Put it full
who
screen.
can put Canada first for a change, Pierre Poilievre.
Poilievre.
Now, before we begin, we got to go over a few housekeeping rules. People always ask me and my friends here, there's a lot of common sense conservative candidates. There's a lot of incumbent MPs from the Conservative Party of Canada, and we all get text messages all the time, phone calls saying, how can we help bring common sense back to Canada? And it's simple. There's three things all of us can do. You can volunteer, you can share, and you can vote. If you want to volunteer, it's the key of campaigns. Around us here today, you have common sense conservative candidates and MPs that are going to win their seats, and we have staff members all around us that can help you get connected. Or you can go to conservative.ca/volunteer and sign up to help your local riding win. The only way we can defeat Mark Carney and the Liberals from winning a fourth term is with your help, and now is the time to do it.
Yeah, or else it's a carnage. Get ready.
The second thing you can do, and I can see a lot of you doing it here right now, is share every day. Our leader, Pierre Poilievre, the common sense conservative leader, shares impactful policies, talking about stories around all of Canada
we are
and
here
the
for
things
that.
that he's going to do to
Aren't
fix
we?
our country and put it back to being the amazing place it was. All of you here, at home, in the audience, everybody here, it's important that you share those messages all across all of your social media channels, and make sure you leave a Canada First positive comment to let your community know just how important this election is.
It is
And the very
crucial.
last thing is vote. A lot of people aren't aware that you can actually go today and vote. You can go to any Election Canada returning office in the country. You can show up with ID, and you can vote for your candidate today by writing their name on a special ballot. After you do that, I'd ask you go back to sharing. Make sure you take a picture. Make sure you tell your friends and families, and you say you voted today. With the number of people in this room, if we all did that tomorrow, think about the impact we would have all over the country and how much closer we'd be to getting Pierre as our next leader. Now listen, for those of you who don't know me, I was a police officer for 20 years. I worked with the Peel Regional Police Service right here. Thank you. And I'm saying thank you on behalf of every single police officer, civilian staff member, and victim of crime in this country. Back to you for applauding. It's important we do that. But here, part of policing is we represent the rest of the country. Policing represents the heroes and the worst off in our world. And luckily today, we have a very first time, and it's super important, and I'm very honored to be able to announce it here. For the first time ever, we have the president of the Pierre Regional Police Association publicly endorsing Pierre Poilievre and the Conservative Party of Canada.
Police chief publicly.
Ladies and gentlemen, because they led the charge, to date, we have 3+ police associations endorsing the Conservative Party and growing all over the country. And I don't want to take all his thunder, but Adrian Woolley, I would ask that you come up here, the president of the Pierre Regional Police Association, representing over 3,500 members, Adrian Woolley.
Wow.
Well, good evening, Brampton, and welcome to Stop the Crime Rally.
I'm getting my bingo card.
I don't mean to turn my back on you, but they told me I have to face this way, so please accept my apologies. My name is Adrian Woolley, and I've proudly served as the president of the Peel Regional Police Association. And I've worked in Peel, I've worked here in Brampton for more than 25 years. I started just down the street in 21 Division. That was my home base, and this was one of my patrol zones. So when I tell you, I used to work on these streets, I used to look after these neighborhoods and take care of these communities, I'm telling you, I know that from the bottom of my heart because I worked it. The problem is these streets have changed. The feeling here in Peel, we feel like we're not protected anymore. It's not safe. People are not feeling safe in their homes. We can't accept that. And the problem is bills like Bill C-75. It turned our justice system into a complete joke. It allowed repeat offenders to be released, and they got arrested at night, and they're back out the very next day by noon. And my officers are going out and arresting them time and time and time again. And enough is enough. We can't do this anymore. And if that wasn't bad enough, Bill C-5 stripped away mandatory minimum sentences for gun runners, drug traffickers, and violent criminal offenders. They sent a message. The Liberals sent a message loud and clear. Criminals come first, and Canadians and community safety comes second. Just 10 minutes down the road on Gore, there was a Tim Hortons. 3 brave police officers pinned in a stolen Ford Bronco. That person had been arrested 6 times in 6 different stolen cars. Held for bail every single time. Guess what? He's out again.
Again.
These are the Liberal policies that this country cannot live with. Here in the region of Peel, from last year to this, home invasions are up by 306%. 306%. Shootings are up by 80%. A police officer here in the region of Peel, every 32 hours on average, seizes an illegal firearm smuggled here through from the United States. 85% we know we can source back because we have the serial numbers to source it back to the U.S. The other 15%, they also come from the U.S. We just have the serial numbers filed off, so we can't prove it. But I'm proud to stand here today and say that the Peel Regional Police Association is here to make a change. Make a change with all of you and support a leader who will make this better. Pierre will restore mandatory minimums. He will slam the revolving door of criminality and put violent offenders where they belong, behind bars. It is no longer acceptable for them to be out on our streets. He will put victims before criminals. He will put families before politics, and he will put safety before ideology. My friends, this isn't about right or left. This is about right and wrong. So let's take back our communities. Brampton, let's bring it home.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Adrian Woolley leading the charge in the entire country.
Wow. Yeah, even the cops are
bring it home. Bring it home.
Overwhelmed.
Bring it home.
Very dangerous life to have.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, in just a few minutes, we're going to kick this off. So get your cell phones ready, get your signs ready, get that energetic chant ready, because we're going to kick this off with a few guest speakers, and then we're going to get to the one and only Pierre Poilievre. We'll be back in a few minutes.
We'll be back in a few minutes. Let's go. Everybody can take a break. So far, I got Peel Chief of Police endorsement, the Bill C-5, jail no bail to stop the crime. Let's see if we're going to fill up this card tonight. This is a great event. Stop the rally. Stop the crime rally, it's called. Interesting. Nice name. What do we have? Put in here, put in here. But this is what we have so far on my chart. Oopsie. Yeah, let me fix it up a little bit better. Center it here. So I believe it was Peel Region Chief Police endorsement with BOC 5. And then we'll go from there. It's going to be a late night. Hang on. Anybody want to chat in the chat? I'm here. We go check on that music. Okay, yeah, much better. And go put the volume a bit more.
Brampton, are we ready?
Yeah.
Are we ready to bring it home? Are we ready to put Canada first? Are we ready for a common sense conservative government led by Pierre Poilievre? Friends,
You're ready.
we are going to start
You
today's
ready,
rally
chat?
with singing together our national anthem. And for that, may I please request you all if you can rise. And if you can please bring your cell phones out of your pockets. We are going to dim this hall light and we are going to light up this room with our flashlights.
Cool.
Can I please request all of you? Let's see your flashlights. Oh, wow, it looks
Show
beautiful.
off.
I know we have more cell phones in this room. Are we ready to bring it home? Show that energy with your flashlights. Wow, it looks amazing. Friends, please join me in singing our national anthem. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy
The courage this man has. On guard for thee, God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Hey, thank you, thank you. Thanks.
Amazing. Let's go, Brampton. Let me tell you.
How is everyone doing this evening? It's great to be among so many conservative friends. Guys, are you guys ready to bring it home? Well, those of you that may not know, my name is Parmgale. I am the candidate for the great riding of Milton East, Halton Hill South. Everybody
Yes.
knows I have one important question to ask all of you first and foremost. After the lost liberal decade with the cost up, crime up, economy down, and under the America's thumb, do we still think that the Liberals deserves a fourth term?
No. Hell
Is it time to
no.
put Canada first for a change with a new Conservative government that will axe tax, that will build homes, that will unleash resources, stop crime, and bring home jobs and stand up to President Trump from a strong position of strength? Absolutely. Common sense Canadians like you, we need change. And the person to deliver that change is none other than our Conservative leader, Pierre Poilievre. Here to tell you more about the only man who can stop Mark Carney, I have the pleasure of introducing to you Anna Poilievre.
Anna.
So a little bit about Anna. Anna is an entrepreneur dedicated to advocate against human trafficking, a staunch supporter of women empowerment, born in Venezuela
That
and
is a
raised in
dangerous
Montreal.
field.
Anna moved to Ottawa in 2006, where she met her future husband, of course, Pierre Poilievre, in 2012. They married in 2017. An active member of the Conservative movement, she is the driving force behind the Conservative merch and Pierre's #1 supporter.
#1 for sure.
In 2024, she launched their Story Matter, an online platform dedicated to giving a voice to survivors of human trafficking. Anna is committed to supporting women and elevating them through her online magazine, Pretty and Smart Co., and her Lead Her Forward initiative, which seeks to pay it forward by inspiring, connecting, and elevating women. But she will tell you that her greatest accomplishment in the most important role are being a supportive wife and proud mother of Valentina and Cruz. So without further ado, please help me welcome Anna Poilievre to the stage.
Let's go, Anna. Get up there, sister. Oh yeah, of course. Anna's waiting for the song.
Brothers taught her how to fight. She can wear high heels and flannel. She looked sexy. She likes snowstorms and golden light food. Yeah, she loved you.
Hello. Is this working? Hello. Woo! Good evening. Well, Canada, here we are at a crucial time where we must decide whether we're going to elect for a fourth time the same Liberal team that has weakened our economy, brought us unaffordable housing, rising crime, and left us vulnerable in the face of the threats of Donald Trump, or are we going to elect a Conservative government to put Canada first for a change?
Yeah. I don't think we have a choice at the matter at this point.
This journey began for my husband
That's
and
why
my
we are
family
here.
about 3 years ago, when Pierre decided to run for the leader of the Conservative Party of Canada. Ever since that day, My husband has been traveling from coast to coast to coast so that he can step away from the Ottawa bubble and speak with Canadians directly. My husband has been right here at home fighting with us because what we need is a government and a leader for the people and by the people.
For the people and by the people, not by a cabinet party.
But you know, he has been doing this way more than 3 years. Pierre has been here in public service, fighting for our youth, our immigrants, our families, our seniors, and that is something honorable.
Yes.
So when Mr. Carney looks down on my husband and says that he doesn't know how the world works, I'll tell him, my husband knows how Canada works and how to make it work for all of us, not just the tax dodgers.
Yeah. Not for Carney, you mean?
And you know, I'm very happy to be here by my husband's side. I've been here since the beginning. I've attended every single press conference, every rally.
Yes, girl.
I believe in my husband. I believe in all of his policies. But in order to really understand why we're doing this, you got to know who is the man and the family behind those policies. My husband, he was born in Calgary from a teenage mother who gave him out for adoption to 2 school teachers from Saskatchewan. They worked really hard and they lived paycheck to paycheck. Pierre fought for everything he has. Nothing was handed to him. I was born in Caracas, Venezuela.
Paycheck to paycheck.
My family immigrated here in 1995 when I was 8 years old. We arrived in Montreal and we lived in the east end of Montreal in a working class neighborhood, 6 of us crammed in a small basement apartment. My father, who's here tonight.
Hey, Dad.
This
Mucho
man
gusto.
here, my dad, he was a bank manager back home. And I remember being a little girl and watching him put his business suit every morning. And then we moved here, and he traded his business suit for secondhand clothes. He went and picked up fruit and vegetables. We didn't speak the language, and that's all he could do. And he had to do it to afford food for our family. Later on, he had 3 minimum wage jobs and worked really hard so that we can get ahead. By the time that I was 17, I had moved out of home and I became 100% financially independent. When I was 19, I left Montreal and moved to Ottawa. I took a student loan so I can put myself through university, and I was also working full-time so that I can pay rent and food. And when I turned 25 as a single woman, a few months before I met my husband, I was working in the Senate, and I had saved enough money to put a down payment on a little 2-bedroom townhouse in the east end of Ottawa, near my dad at the time. And to give you the full story, this was my father's best advice to me. This was in 2012. The little townhouse was $230,000. That, ladies and gentlemen, was 3 years before the Liberal government took office. That was the Canadian promise, that if you work hard, you can get ahead. And that is what we are fighting for. So this is why I'm standing by my husband's side to fight with him, because we want to restore the Canadian promise that if you work hard, you can get ahead. That is why I am willing to share my husband with all of you and our next Prime Minister, Pierre Poilievre.
Let's go.
I will give the box music. So you just need to have that.
It's all home. Let's go, guys.
Hello, Brampton.
Hello, Brampton.
Wow, look at this. Who's ready to vote for a change? Who's voting to axe some taxes for a change? Who's voting to build homes you can afford for a change? Who's voting to stop the crime for a change? And who's voting to put Canada first for a change?
Yeah, Canada first for
We
change.
sure need to put this country first, now more than ever, my friends. Before I get into the subject today, which of course is to announce the biggest crackdown on crime in Canadian history, I have to address today's latest disrespect by President Trump of our country. While President Trump announced a 90-day pause on tariffs for dozens of countries, he kept those tariffs in place on Canada.
Oh, well.
Take that in for a moment. Almost every country in the world got a pause on American tariffs, but not us, America's best friend. Our steel workers, aluminum workers, auto workers, lumber workers hit again. This after Prime Minister Carney boasted that he had a, quote, productive phone call with the president. He said that he had made progress with the president. What progress? What progress do the auto workers in Brampton and Windsor and elsewhere in Canada today see? Now, to be clear, I'm not blaming Prime Minister Carney for President Trump's tariffs. These tariffs are uncalled for and unjustified. And no one can control this president.
Yes.
But that's precisely the point. Prime Minister Carney is running his entire campaign on a false promise that he can control the president through magical, masterful negotiating techniques. Well, we know now that that is not true. Nobody can control this president. And while I will move quickly to negotiate an end to tariffs with protections for Canadian sovereignty as quickly as possible, we need to focus on what we can control. And this is what we can control, my friends. We need to reverse the disastrous liberal economic policies of the last 10 years that made us so dependent on the Americans in the first place.
Yeah.
So the choice in this election is not, as Mr. Carney would ask you, to overlook an entire decade of rising costs and crime and falling economy that is under the thumb of the Americans simply because he promises that somehow he's a master negotiator. No, he can't control any of that. What we are deciding in this election is, can we afford a fourth Liberal term of rising costs and crime and a weakened economy? Or is it time for a change with a new Conservative government to unlock our resources, cut our taxes, build our homes, and strengthen our country so that we can face the Americans from a position of strength? That's the choice in this election. Aujourd'hui, le président Trump nous a respectés encore. Il a annoncé une pause de 90 jours sur les tarifs douaniers visant des douzaines d'autres pays. Mais il a gardé en place des tarifs sur le Canada. Nos travailleurs de l'aluminium.
Ending the tariffs is in here. My bingo card is going.
Lorsque Donald Trump a donné
Standing
une
up
pause
against
aux
Trump.
douzaines d'autres pays, le Canada continue de payer. M. Carney a dit que son appel avec le président Trump a été productif. Il y a eu des progrès. Mais quel progrès? On a toujours plus de tarifs que quand M. Carney est devenu le premier ministre du Canada. Mais je ne blâme pas M. Carney pour ça. C'est M. Trump qui est à blâmer. Personne ne peut le contrôler. Mais la promesse principale de M. Carney de pouvoir contrôler M. Trump avec des grands pouvoirs de négociation, c'est une fausse promesse. On doit se concentrer sur ce qu'on peut contrôler, c'est-à-dire de renforcer notre économie. Et ça va prendre un renversement total des politiques libérales qui ont augmenté les coûts et ont fait baisser notre économie. Avec il faut un nouveau gouvernement pour un vrai changement afin de renforcer notre économie ici au Canada.
Bravo, Pierre.
Donc, le choix dans cette élection, est-ce qu'on veut un quatrième mandat des libéraux qui augmentent les coûts et la criminalité tout en affaiblissant notre économie en même temps qu'ils ont échoué, ou bien est-ce qu'il faut que ça change avec un nouveau gouvernement conservateur qui va couper les taxes et les impôts, bâtir des logements abordables et renforcer notre économie pour faire face à Donald Trump avec la force?
Oui.
It's the same liberal gang asking for your support for a fourth mandate. The same liberal gang that raised your taxes, drove up inflation, doubled housing costs, unleashed crime and chaos in our community. 40-year highs in inflation, the worst housing inflation in the entire G7. 50% more expensive to buy a house today in Canada than in the United States. In fact, you can buy a castle in Sweden for a lower cost than a house in Kitchener after the lost Liberal decade.
Something else.
The carpenters who build the homes cannot
Buy a
afford
castle.
to live in them.
We need to
My
leave.
friends, and those homes are now in increasingly dangerous neighborhoods as crime and chaos
Now maintaining the
overtakes
castle
our
is something
communities as a
else.
result of radical catch and release. In this election is whether, after a lost Liberal decade of rising crime and costs and a falling economy under America's thumb, we can afford to give the Liberals a fourth term, or whether it's time for a change with a new Conservative government that will put Canada first for a change. And we know where Canada's police stand. We were very pleased to receive the endorsement of Adrian Woolley, the president of the Peel Regional Police. Thank you very much, Adrian. Come on up here.
Adrian.
Thank you very much. Thanks for backing me up. Do you have a message to Canadians from the great men and women who put
How
on
short
the
is
uniform
he?
in your membership?
That's cute.
We couldn't be happier to support you, Pierre. We need a change. Our streets are overrun
10
with
years
criminals.
ago.
They don't. The Liberals do not look after our police officers. They put criminals first and Canadians second, and we can't take it anymore.
Oh, yeah.
It is absolutely time for a change.
And thank you for fighting for the great police officers who put their
Hope and
lives on the
change is
line every
coming.
day, who kiss their kids goodbye in the morning, not knowing if they will return. Those are the heroes that keep us safe. And I want to thank the Durham Police Association, the Barrie Police Association, the Sault Ste. Marie Police Association for endorsing Canada First Conservatives, my friends. Thank you to the
Wow,
police.
all of them. Which,
I love you too, my friend. God bless you. Thank you. I love all of you guys. Thank you. And if you, thank you very much. That's a very important cause, autism and many more.
oh my,
And if you had doubt at
autism.
all the courage of our police officers, let's look back to 2022. 2 days after Christmas near Brantford, OPP Constable Greg Pershella was shot and killed. The accused, Randall McKenzie, had a long history of convictions for violent crime, but guess what? He was out on bail.
Wow.
He had already attacked his ex-girlfriend and been caught with an illegal firearm. He'd been denied bail at first, but then the judge changed his mind and turned him loose. These are just one of the many examples that if we look over to 2018 in Mississauga, a 14-year-old boy, Riley, was killed by two brothers, one of whom was out on bail for robbery, death threats, and violating other bail conditions. So he violates the bail conditions, and they let him out on bail again. 5 years later, they pled guilty to the lesser offense of manslaughter, which the family rightly called a denial of justice. And then if you turn the page to the next story, you have Darian's grandparents, Flo and Paul, who are here today. In Brampton, Darian was a beautiful and beloved young woman from a loving family whose life was taken tragically 5 years ago. The accused was an ex of hers who was out on bail for weapons charges, violence, and breaking contact orders with her. Unbelievably, as we gather here today, he can apply for bail again. No family should have to face that. And then there's Tori Stafford. In 2009, Michael Rafferty and Terry Lynn McClintock murdered Tori just a few months shy of her 9th birthday. Despite being sentenced to life in prison with no chance of parole for 25 years, the Carney-Trudeau Liberals let Rafferty move to a medium security prison, and McClintock was moved to a healing lodge in 2018. A move that was only reversed because of strong pressure from Conservative members of Parliament in the House of Commons. Now, this radical wave of crime is not happening by accident. These radical decisions are not
stabilizing the neighborhoods
by judges. They are being imposed by catch and release laws of the Liberal government. They have passed catch and release bail C-75. They passed C-5, allowing a house arrest for the worst offenders. They reduced criminal penalties and sentences for the following crimes. Get this. Get this. I want to go through the list. Using a firearm in the commission of an offense, possession of a firearm, possession of prohibited and restricted weapons, possession of a weapon obtained by the commission of an offense, stealing a gun, really, weapons trafficking, possession for the purposes of trafficking, importing and exporting weapons, discharging a weapon with the intent to harm somebody, discharging a firearm recklessly, robbery with a firearm, extortion with a firearm, unlawful sale and distribution of tobacco products, Controlled and Drug Substances Act, trafficking, possession of illegal substances, trafficking, exporting for the purposes of exporting. We've got production of controlled substances like fentanyl, that literally you can kill someone with 2 milligrams of this stuff. And the Liberals, all of those offenses, they have reduced the penalties to release these offenders into our streets again and again
and again.
Now, let me be clear. Every single Liberal MP and minister running for re-election under the Carney Liberals voted in favor of every single one of these soft on crime laws. Do not let them fool you. They all voted for catch and release bail. Now, that means that the same 40 offenders in Vancouver were released and were able to be rearrested
Unbelievable.
6,000 times. 40 offenders arrested 6,000 times. Each and every one of them would have committed crime on average once every 2 days, every 2 days for an entire year. Now we have Ron Chinzer here. Come on up here, Ron. Police officer. Ron is running for us in Oakville, but he's Oakville East, but he is a longtime police officer, including for Peel. And tell me what you've seen from catch and release under Liberal Bill C-75.
If I were to explain to you and have you live the life of an average police officer just over the last 6 years, ever since Bill C-75 came in 2019, it would keep you up for decades. And it's terrible. We have families who have lost their loved ones, their kids in their own household from fentanyl overdoses, and police officers and first responders have to tell the family. We have repeat violent offenders committing murders, carjackings, home invasions, and when we catch them, we have to tell these innocent Canadian victims, good people with their family, their loved ones in their house, that the person who did this was on bail. And we're trying everything we can do to keep this person in custody, but this Liberal government has always led them out. That heartbreak was the reason why I got involved with Pierre Poilievre. I had been lobbying to government as an independent police officer to say, please bring back common sense. And out of all of the politicians I had met, years ago I'd met with Pierre Poilievre. He was the only politician to ever ask me, how do we fix it?
How do we fix it?
And Ron, I'm happy to say that we will fix it. A Canada First Conservative government will repeal catch and release bail and end C-75.
Bye-bye, C-75.
We will repeal the house arrest law. House arrest allows the same repeat car thieves. Like, have anybody had their car stolen here? Yeah. Okay, sorry, let me rephrase my question. Has anyone not had their car stolen?
Oh boy, that's terrible.
You might want to just step out sometime during the rally tonight. Make sure your car is still there. But joking aside, career car thieves get to do their sentences at home. It's house arrest. They can sit there watching Netflix or playing Grand Theft Auto. We're going to repeal house arrest for serious offenders and career criminals. We will also create a new offense for intimate partner violence to take domestic abusers and dangerous people and put them in jail.
Yeah.
We will bring in mandatory life sentences for human traffickers, gun smugglers.
Life sentences. Well, well, well. Let's go, Canada. I'm going to add that one.
And we know that when you're mass marketing fentanyl, 40 milligrams of
Life
which is enough to
sentence
kill
on the
20
bingo
people,
card.
you are effectively committing mass murder. You're firing a bullet into a crowded room. You might not know who will die, but somebody will definitely die. So we will treat fentanyl mass marketers and producers for the murderers that they are. They will have life sentences in jail. They will come out in a box.
Stop. Let's try the curse. Bring it home. So many people we lost.
And speaking of it at home, many of our business leaders in this very community are afraid in their own houses because after they achieve success through their hard work, they started getting letters saying, pay up, pay out $1 million, or we'll fire a bullet through your child's window in the middle of the night. We'll burn down your house or your
That's
business.
unbelievable.
We'll shoot one of your employees. Extortion has exploded under this Liberal government, which eliminated mandatory jail time for extortionists and allowed the worst extortionists, including those caught using guns, to serve their sentences at home. And that's why I'm so proud to have my deputy leader, Tim Uppal, here, who's working to change that. Tell Canadians about your bill to stop the extortion for a change.
Thank you very
Wow.
much. As you said, that when these soft on crime Liberals took office, they changed the laws and extortion took off up to over 400% in some areas. And these are very serious crimes, like you said, shooting at homes when families are at home, full houses burnt down as arson. And they were being released on bail. They were not even being caught. Police were doing the hard job of arresting them, and they were still getting out on bail. So what we brought in is a private member's bill that I brought forward with the support of our colleagues that would, at the very least, because there's no minimum penalty right now, have 3 years for anyone committing extortion, 4 years with a firearm, and 5 years
K.R.
with an
Lou
organized crime organization, local
Trump
and
Jr.
international. But the unbelievable thing is that every single Liberal and NDP
Raul
member of
Trump
Parliament,
Jr.
including the ones that here in Brampton, where many of these crimes took place, voted against that bill. They voted against giving extortionists more jail time. ਸਾਰੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਵੀ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਹੁਣ ਉਹ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਿਹਾ ਵੀ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਵੱਧ ਗਿਆ ਹੁਣ ਤਾਂ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਵਾਲੇ ਵੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਵੀ ਜੇ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੇਫਟੀ ਲਿਆਉਣੀ ਆ ਪੀਅਰ ਪੋਲੀਐਵਰੇ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਬਣਾਓ ਤੇ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੇਫਟੀ ਲਿਆਓ
Take that. Got Trump Jr. here.
Love you too, buddy. Who's this guy? What's your name?
People
Anthony.
can
Say
be
hi,
so
everyone.
funny.
Anthony.
They see Trump
Hi,
everywhere. We call it the Trump syndrome.
Anthony,
the
why did you
disorder.
come here today?
To support you.
Thank you very much. Good young man.
Let me
How
go
old
get
are
my
you?
bit of hot water.
I'm 12.
12 years.
Wow. And what do you
What?
want to see for our country?
I want to see crimes being stopped. I want to see Canada turn good again.
That's for you, Raul.
Bud, thank you. Way to go.
Thank you.
What a great kid.
Amazing.
Maybe a future prime minister over there. Wow. Well, you'll be happy to know that we will implement all of Tim Uppal's anti-extortion bill and more. We will also pass the biggest crackdown on crime in Canadian history. Let me tell you what we've got planned.
Listen to the plan, Raul.
This is going to be the toughest law ever passed to stop crime. Today I announce the 3 strikes you're outlaw. Anyone
3 strikes.
Anyone convicted of 3 serious offenses will go to jail for at least 10 years and maybe for life and will never be eligible for bail, probation, parole, or house arrest. Jail, not bail. Jail, not bail.
Look at that. 3-year sentence. It's like a baseball game. 3 strike. To the bench. Out the game.
In fact, you won't have to worry about them getting early parole because there will be no parole for those offenders.
No
it will
parole.
not exist. Here's how it will work. Once they're designated a dangerous offender, they will serve a minimum of 10 years with no possibility of early release. Any potential release thereafter will be conditional on their perfect behavior in prison, consistent and perfect drug-free tests showing that they're not using drugs, improving themselves and improving their surroundings, learning a trade or some sort of vocation that will help them be employed. The message is this: after you've done 3 offenses, you're going away for life unless you can prove to society that you are no longer a danger. That is how we are going to stop the crime and protect our communities forever.
It's the kind of society we gotta live in. No joke.
So on the matter of crime, the choice is clear. After the lost Liberal decade of rampaging crime, of drug overdoses, of weak borders and chaos everywhere, do the Liberals deserve a fourth term, or is it time? Or is it time to put law-abiding Canadians first for a change with a new Conservative government that will stop the crime? That's the choice. And we will stop the drugs. We've lost 50,000 people to drug overdoses. The fentanyl is all over our streets. The government has effectively legalized it by signaling to prosecutors not to pursue charges for possession. They reduced prison time for the traffickers who are profiting off of this hell. Well, I'm here to say that those days are over. We will ban the drugs. We will stop giving out tax-funded opioids. We will shut down the drug consumption sites. And we will use all the money saved. We will use all the money saved to invest in treatment and recovery for 50,000 Canadians to turn their lives around. Detox, rehabilitation, group therapy, counseling, sweat lodges for First Nations, and countless other services will help people cleanse their bodies and their souls, get into a house, take responsibility for their families again, and become the next ambassador to go out and lift someone else off the street, creating a virtuous cycle of saving our friends, our neighbors, our brothers and sisters from this scourge. And we will secure our borders. Right now, the government allows 99% of shipping containers to come in and go out without inspection. Where do you think all the stolen cars go? A shipping container. So imagine this very simple idea. You've got a CBSA officer, and we're going to hire 2,000 more of those too. And he sits there. You can tell me if this is a good idea, okay? I know you're not CBSA, but would this work? So you've got the manifest, and it says that in the shipping container is widgets. And then you look at the scanner, and it shows that it's a beamer. Well, you go and you pull the beamer out of the container, you call the guy on the VIN and say, were you planning to send your beamer to Turkey today?
Yeah.
And he says, no, I was going to drive it to work, but it went missing this morning. Oh, well, we've got it over at the Port of Montreal. You can come get it. And then you find out who booked the shipping container. You go to that guy and say, you're under arrest. You have a right to remain silent. What do you think?
Yes,
Does
sir.
that work? I don't know.
You know, no, you can take it.
I'm just a simple boy from the prairies, but it seems like it would make sense to me, right? Yeah, that's right. Common sense. And we're going to have watchtowers that scan the frontier border to stop illegal crossings from happening. We will also have more frontline officers and less back office bureaucrats and consultants. And we're going to pay for all this by canceling the ridiculous multi-billion-dollar gun grab that targets hunters and sport shooters.
Yes, the gun grab. I got the gun grab.
Now, we know that licensed, law-abiding, trained, and tested firearms owners are not the problem. That's because criminals don't typically go and get a license before they rob a bank. They take stolen guns from America. We want to protect Canadians from criminals, not turkeys from hunters. It's time to respect the law-abiding people of our land.
From turkeys.
But to do all this, it takes a prime minister who will put Canada first, who will bring home our money and jobs. And we know that it's the same Liberals, the same ministers, same strategists, making the same promises as they have over the last 10 years, but they've pulled a fast one. They've replaced Justin Trudeau with his economic advisor and handpicked successor, Mark Carney. The only difference is that he is weaker and more compromised than Justin Trudeau. We've now know that he stashed his corporate cash in Bermuda, so that he doesn't have to pay the same high Liberal taxes that his government charges all of you. His company, which he's still invested in, owes $250 million to the Chinese government-controlled banks, meaning they'll be able to pull his strings and have him work against Canada for that foreign country. He calls himself a globalist and an elitist at a time when what we need is someone to champion the Canadian grassroots people. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate that. Mark Carney, this bait and switch of Mark Carney from Justin Trudeau is not enough to make up for the lost Liberal decade. We can't give them a fourth term. We need a new government that will put this country first for a change.
Yeah, first.
Now,
I have that on my card.
And that means making this a country where hard work once again pays off. Today, we got a lot of hardworking people in Brampton and Mississauga and other places. In fact, when I go to the communities around here and I walk around, all I ever see is people working nonstop. Like I've never seen you never walk into a coffee shop and people are just relaxing anymore. You know, there used to be something you take for granted. People had leisure and fun, but you go to Brampton, Mississauga, Etobicoke now, all people do is work, work, work. And not because they're saving up, but because they need to just to keep their head above water. One of the reasons is they're spending more on taxes than on food, clothing, and shelter combined. Income tax is the fine you pay for the crime of hard work. The more you work, the more you pay. That's the Canada after the lost Liberal decade. And that is exactly what we want to reverse. If we want a strong Canadian economy, we need stronger paychecks. And that's why Conservatives will cut income tax by 15%.
15%. Income tax.
15% less income tax will mean you'll bring home more of each dollar you earn. Your hard work will once again pay off.
Music to my ears.
Not only that,
Music
we
to
want to
my
bring back
ears.
our jobs, including for the Brampton
should
auto
say
workers, and that is why we will
amazing.
axe the sales tax on Canadian-made automobiles by Canadian. And then there's the carbon
Sale
tax. The Liberals,
by Canadian, cut the sale tax.
the Liberals
guys.
brought it in for 7 years. They kept the carbon tax law in place, but 28 days before the election, they hid it from the gas pump
Dumbass carbon
in the
tax.
hope that they can fool people into electing them for a fourth Liberal term, after which they will simply raise the tax higher than ever before. Mark Carney says he wants a higher industrial
To your
carbon
life,
tax
they're gonna tax
on
you.
our steel workers, aluminum workers,
You will eat bucks.
automakers, makers of fertilizer, and countless other essentials of industrial life that will drive our workers out of jobs and our businesses south of the border. This is another thing that Trump and Carney share in common. They both want to tax Canadian industry. Trump with tariffs, Carney with carbon taxes. I want neither. I will axe the carbon tax for everyone, for everything, for good, for real, for a change.
Axe it. That's how it's done. Adding it. Bring it home, guys.
And we will axe the worst
Bring
tax
it
of all, the inflation
home.
tax.
Trump Jr. is still
the
here.
inflation tax is when the government
Trump Jr. is
runs
still
out of
here.
other people's money and starts printing more.
Yeah, Trump
that
Jr. is still
extra money
around.
looks like lots of fun.
It's a raw deal you
Hundreds
get
of billions
here.
of dollars pouring into the financial system, trickling slowly down through the hands of the richest and most well-connected. But by the time it gets to everyone else, it's lost its value, because more dollars are bidding up a fixed supply of goods. If you have 10 apples in your economy and $10, it's $1 an apple. Double the dollars to 20, but still only have 10 apples. You're not twice as rich. It's just each apple now costs twice as much, right? That is inflation.
They're gonna put you on
And
the
it's the
spot, Ron
stinkiest
deal.
tax of all, because there's
I'm
no
just
vote in
kidding.
Parliament. You don't
Thanks for
see it
being
happening. You just
here.
assume that the grocer raised apple prices because he's a greedy guy. No, it's just that there's more money bidding on that restricted supply of goods. So this is what we're going to do to stop the inflation tax. We're going to stop the source of the tax, which is over government spending. We have to get government spending under control.
Out of control.
Liberals have nearly doubled the cost of government. Most of those increases happened while Mark Carney was Justin Trudeau's economic advisor. Don't let the banker's suit fool you. He is even proposing to spend more money than Justin Trudeau did. We will do the opposite. Our plan will cut bureaucracy, consultants,
I don't want you
handouts to corporate insiders and foreign aid to dictators, terrorists, and global bureaucracies to bring down the deficit, the inflation, and preserve the purchasing power of your money. We will cap spending with a dollar-for-dollar law that requires we find $1 of savings every time we bring in a new dollar of spending. You make those trade-offs every day.
Yes, we do already. We know.
The same kinds of trade-offs that small businesses, single moms, and seniors do all the time to maximize the use of scarce resources. We're going to spend your money the way you spend your money, with care and respect, because you've been pinching your pennies long enough. It's time for government to pinch its pennies too. And that includes bringing down housing inflation. Housing costs have more than doubled after the lost Liberal decade. In fact, it now takes 29 years for the average GTA family to save up for the average
I put it up there
home.
already.
This used to be you paid off an entire mortgage in 25 years before the Liberals came along. And now Mr. Carney is proposing the exact same policies that Trudeau used to give us the worst housing inflation in the G7. More government bureaucracies, more government programs in Ottawa. We don't need bureaucrats to build homes. We have carpenters, electricians, and plumbers for that. What we need is the government to get out of the way. That's right. Right now, the number one cost going into a new home in Ontario is not labor, land, or lumber. It's getting the permits and paying the taxes. 30% of the cost of a new home is just direct taxes. That's the sales tax, the land transfer tax, the development taxes, and then taxes on taxes on taxes. We will lead the charge in getting rid of these taxes. That's why I'm announcing that a conservative-led government will axe the sales tax on new homes, and we will incentivize municipalities to cut their taxes as well.
Well, axe the sales tax. Okay.
We will. We'll sell off 6,000 federal buildings and thousands of acres of federal land to build. And we're going to back the tradespeople who build the homes by training.
Of course.
350,000 young people will be given a chance for training in the best union halls in the country, learning to become pipe fitters, electricians, carpenters, and more. Because we need these people. We're going to bring back the $4,000 apprenticeship grant that the Liberals took away. And finally, I'm going to send a big, beautiful present to every high school principal. It's going to be a box the size of this stage. And in that box will be a module for every single licensed trade so that we can get our high school students doing pre-apprenticeships and apprenticeships when they're 14 years old.
Good job. Help the trade schools.
Boots, not suits. Boots, not suits. Boots, not suits. Boots, not suits. We're going to need those boots to build our economy back after a lost Liberal decade of blocking our resources and keeping our energy in the ground. We need to reverse the dependence they have caused on us towards the Americans. We need, yes, you got that right. We're going to be repealing the anti-pipeline law, C-69. We're going to build.
And more.
We're going to get rid of the Liberal production cap in our energy sector. We're going to unleash our resource potential with new shovel-ready zones. These are areas that are pre-permitted that have permits so that businesses don't have to apply and wait 7 years. We'll do all the studies and the upfront research to protect public health and the environment so that the businesses know where they can build, how they can build, and then just get busy building now here in Canada. We're going to cut 25% of the rules and regulations that fall on the back of our small businesses so that our restaurant owners, our home builders, and others spend less time filling out paperwork and more time serving customers and hiring workers. It's just common sense. That's how we're going to reinforce our economy.
Is it common sense?
So the question we have is, after a lost Liberal decade of rising costs and crime and a falling economy, we can't have a fourth term. We need a new Conservative government that will unleash our economy, cut taxes for our workers, and bring home opportunity for all. And this is my favorite part of the night. When I talk about the great investors in this room, we are going to pass the Canada First reinvestment tax cut. Zero capital gains tax when you reinvest in Canada.
Zero capital gain tax when you reinvest in Canada.
And we're going to protect our country by rebuilding our military, we're going to buy 4 big, powerful Arctic icebreakers, double the size of the 1st Patrol Group of the Arctic Rangers. We will also fill up all of the vacancies in our armed forces so that our soldiers, sailors, and airmen are ready to stand on guard. And we will open the first Canadian Arctic base since the Cold War, CFB Iqaluit. It's going to be a great, great place to serve. We'll expand the Cadet Corps to train our youth and mentor them under the watchful eye of our soldiers, sailors, and airmen. And we will fix the broken immigration system that the Liberals have left behind.
Yeah, we will fix it. We have to pick it up now.
Canada has benefited greatly from what was the best immigration system in the world before Justin Trudeau and the Liberals came along and ruined it. And they continue to be obsessed with this ridiculous Century Initiative, which seeks to nearly triple our population to 100 million people. My friends, this is an idea just meant to favor the multinational corporations who want to drive down our wages. We will not allow it. We will get back to the best immigration system where we welcome people who can get jobs, get homes, and have health care, and we will give opportunity back. We will bring in a Blue Seal certification so immigrant doctors, nurses, and other professionals can get quickly licensed and working in our hospital system.
Here we go.
Who here is ready for a change?
We are.
Who is going to vote for that change? You can vote as early as tomorrow morning. Go out to the returning office. Who's going to go out tomorrow and vote? Not good enough. I want to hear louder than that. Who's voting tomorrow?
Who's voting tomorrow, guys?
I need you to vote. If you don't vote, then things won't change. We'll get a 4th Liberal term. We don't want that. We want to be a self-reliant and sovereign people that stands on its own 2 feet, harvests its resources, trades with each other, builds homes for its youth, protects its vulnerable, secures its borders, honors its history, builds its security, and raises its flag. We are not a nation of tax collectors and toll masters, of gatekeepers and grandees, of rulers and
right,
rulemakers.
Ralu?
No, we
Would
are
you
a
agree?
nation of entrepreneurs and explorers,
Vote
of
Cardi
artists
tomorrow. Hi.
adventurers, of warriors and workers, of patriots and pioneers united around the Canadian promise that anyone from anywhere can achieve anything, that hard work gets you a beautiful life and a wonderful home on a safe street.
Pierre's going to win anyways.
Canada first.
So don't worry.
Let's bring it home.
Let's bring it home. From coast to coast to coast, thousands of proud Canadians cheering up, supporting, showing who they really are endorsing, who they really think they are alike. We all have our own choices to make. It is a free choice and it's a free country. Don't forget to vote. Do not forget to vote. Thank you for joining me on the Saga Reveal. I was your host, Madem-Oiselle.